All right, here's a quarterback that didn't get hurt. Lakers Wizards, LA playing better. Anthony Davis carrying the ball club. Those things, though, have proven to be fragile for sure. Taking on the Wizards. Second quarter, the Lakers are up 11 already as they seem to be getting better up top. There you go, LeBron. Looked like maybe he's giving you the skyhook. No, that's an assist to his man AD, who had 44 the other night against the Bucks. This guy is literally on fire. Lakers up 14. Davis posts up the zinger, gets that one to go. First half, 24 points. That's his highest in any half this season. But there's a second half. I feel like he's going to go better. They're up 91-67. They're winning in a joke. Russell Westbrook, 15 assists in this one. The bounce pass to Davis, who finishes off. And then he's just all cuckoo-like because he's just on that kind of a run. Better than 35 points per over the last 10. Pick, roll, Westbrook. I mentioned he had 15 assists off the bench. That's the most off the bench, most by a Laker since Michael Cooper back in the day. Davis, 41 points through 3 quarters. Lakers lead by 24. Got the members bounce there. I bet Anthony Davis is at the end of this thing. Yes, sir. Just get the roof off, the frisbee off the roof as well. Now land safely. Good. Didn't have to go back to the locker room even once in this game. He was on fire. Can I get 48, please? Yes, sir. Thank you.
Stop, drop, and roll, will you?
Now we're going for the 5-0-50. 5-0-50, and I can punch, and I can kick. 51 after a free throw. Now he's up to 53. We got one more? Sure. That's not a miss. It's a rebound opportunity for Davis. 55 points. That's 99 in 2 games if you're counting. 17 rebounds, and another big win for the Lakers. AD, we told you, 44 Friday, 55 in this game, so that's 99. 70% shooting from the field, so he's not even missing. Rare company, third player in NBA history with at least 95 points on 70% shooting over a 2-game span, joining Wilt the Stilt and Kevin McHale, who did it most recently. And I checked, Kevin McHale is not walking through that door anytime soon.
Most importantly, just being healthy, going out with a mindset of just dominating. Started off slow, take a couple games to get, in-game shape, in-game rhythm, and just been feeling really good, confident in all my shots, playing with a great pace. Guys are doing a great job of finding me. It's a team effort. These guys are setting me up. Brian Russ, Dennis, Pat, AR, like all these guys are putting me in positions to be successful. So, they're helping out with that as well. But I think our entire team mindset is just coming out, with an effort on both ends of the floor. Obviously fourth quarter to start the fourth, we took our foot off the pedal a little bit, but we were able to get it back and secure a win. We're just coming out, very focused, staying locked in, and trying to make up ground.
AD, big game here, man. Great game. You've always talked about how your versatility and how you're playing in the paint is dominant. Talk about how, since you've been playing in the paint and dominated, how that's benefited the rest of the team, cutting, passing, getting uncontested shots, and how that's benefited the entire team.
Well, it opens up the outside shooting. When I'm in the paint, obviously guys got to collapse 2, 3, 4 guys, and it's opening up our guys for shots. And we just got to make them. And we shoot the ball very well right now. So I'm just trying to do my part. Do my part to help this team be successful. And the rest of the guys are doing theirs as well. So all of our guys are attacking the basket. We getting out in transition, we getting stops, and we playing fast, playing free, playing Laker basketball. And we continue to do this. We will be hard this year.
AD is D. Fish, man. Congrats again on a great game and another good road win. Want to ask you, a lot of times the game, when things aren't working out, the game feels like it's sped up and it's disjointed and things are a little broken. Tell the fans, is the game going in slow motion for you right now? How are you seeing the frames, the defense, reading situations? It just really seems like you see it before it's about to happen, and it's just great to watch on a nightly basis.
Yeah, thank you. It just comes within, experience in the league. My 11th year, things just starting to slow down for me, reading defenses, communicating on the floor with our other guys who handle the ball. Just for example, like the last couple plays, we knew Todd Gibson likes to blitz. Some guys call it hedging and get out and try to put pressure and 2 on the ball. So, I wasn't trying to set the screen and then Pat to come and set a back screen. Now I'm free, with a small under the rim. Just making reads, and we're just talking about it. There's a lot of experience on the court, a lot of high basketball IQ. So for me, like I said, it's just a rhythm thing. Been in a rhythm, not rushing, playing with a lot of pace, and just trying to make the right reads, whether it's a shot or a pass.
AD playing like
37 points, 18 rebounds in the Lakers' 116-103 victory. Now, the Lakers are 3-10 on the season. Shannon, should they show AD Packer highlights before every game if that's how he's going to react?
No. AD should come out with this mentality. That's what, Skip, this is what's so frustrating about AD. Did you see him dominate this game? We've seen him give it to Nikola Jokic earlier this year. We saw him give it to Joel Embiid last year. We're like, AD, you can do this all the time. See, Skip, look at the stat line, 15 to 25. How many three-pointers did he attempt? This many. 7 perfect from the free throw line. That's the AD the AD, if LeBron is healthy, could take over, and they might can do something. But I don't see enough of that, Skip.
Okay, so it was the Nets playing back-to-back in L.A., so they'd had a Saturday night in L.A., which can be a bad thing, and yeah. Seth didn't play and Ben Simmons couldn't play. Maybe that was a good thing, but the point is, as Patrick Beverley said after the game, AD played like a monster tonight. Well, what about the night before and the night before and the night before? When is he ever playing like a monster?
Or the next night.
Or the next night. Yet he goes to his post-game interview giddy and gushing about the Packers. Number one, I did not know he was a Packer fan.
Yeah.
He grew up in Chicago. I lived and worked in Chicago. I never ran across a single solitary Packer fan in all of Chicago. I don't care what side, south side, west side. You just can't be. They are arch enemies. Yeah. Arch enemies.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was just trying to be different when he was in high school or what.
I guess.
But it's hard to sort of survive in Chicago if you're wearing Packers colors going to school. I don't know what he's doing, but he said he watched Aaron bleeping Rodgers in overtime throw that pass that broke to Lazard. I think we have it. And he was so inspired because Aaron just goes running up the field, skipping and jumping and leaping and throwing his fist in the air. We could see the throw to Lazard. Nice coverage there. I don't know what was going on, but that was ball game because there he goes. There he goes because he knows they just won the game as long as Mason Crossbar can kick the little chip shot field goal.
Right.
But that inspired AD to go monster on the Nets. Well, seriously, they say that he's always talking about the Packers. Well, should you show him highlights? I'm serious. I'm not making jokes about this. Should you show him some Aaron Rodgers greatness before a game? Would that push his button better? I don't know.
Well, Aaron Rodgers doesn't miss a whole lot of games. Show him those highlights of Aaron Rodgers playing every game.
I don't know. I don't get him because when I see this, I think about you because I think this is too good. This is way too good. There's no way you can miss the playoffs with this guy in the middle of your starting lineup because the torch has been passed, or at least is being passed from LeBron to AD. Now what?
Skip, it's almost like he deemed it disrespectful that they were playing him with Nick Claxton, or they were playing him with some of the guys that they were. He's like, y'all really gonna do this? And that's Skip. He can do this. Skip, you remember this man in New Orleans. This man was all NBA on a team that was going nowhere because he was giving you 27 and 12. He was giving you 26 and 13. He was giving you 40-20 games, 50-20, 15 games. He was giving you those types of games. And you're like, man, just imagine getting him on a big stage. And that first year, Skip, he was sensational.
Well, he won his ring, and I feel like he kind of semi-retired.
Man, you would have thought that he won a ring. Okay, I scaled that mountain. Let me find another mountain to scale. Now it's time for me to go get me an MVP. I done got a ring, Skip. Now it's time for me to go get an MVP. Let me take some of this pressure off Braun.
A Packer fan? Weird.
You just mad because the man ain't no Cowboy fan. Sure. What about all these people out here in California that's Cowboy fans?
LeBron for a while was a Cowboy fan.
LeBron ain't never been no Cowboy. Cleveland. No, he always told me he keep like Cleveland and the Broncos.
And the Broncos.
All right, guys, we got to go. Lakers sitting at 14th in the West, Nets sitting at 12th in the East.
Y'all lost a bunch of games too, Jen.
Coming up next, we'll chat a little bit about Tom Brady and that failed play at wide receiver, how's that going to impact his season, gentlemen? I can't wait to get your thoughts in a post-game press conference. Kevin Durant said LeBron James is a top 2 or 3 player of all time. He said there's always going to be excitement when LeBron steps out on the floor. All right, interpretation time. Shannon, do you think this was a compliment or a shot?
Nothing but a compliment. There's been 5,000, a little over 5,000 players that's ever played in the NBA. And to say a current player that you're playing against is one of the 2 or 3 best to ever play the game, how's that a shot? Nobody would perceive that. I don't care if there's only 10 people and you say you're one of the 10 best to ever do something. He said out of 5,000, you're one of the 3 best to ever do said thing. I don't take it any other way but a compliment, a ginormous accomplishment coming from someone of KD's caliber. That's not some fan. That's not some random guy. That's not some run-of-the-mill guy. That's a generational talent in Kevin Durant saying a peer of his is one of the 2 or 3 best players to ever play the game. I don't take it in anything, nothing but a compliment. And how someone can take that as a shot is unbeknownst to me. But I'm sure.
Wait a second. Time out. What do you tell me on a daily basis on this show that he's the GOAT,
Skip,
right?
that's what I said. That's what I said.
You say it's a done deal, it's over and out, it's not even close. You've used the words not even close.
Can I ask you a question? Tell me one thing in sports that we can debate on that's going to be universal across the board. You can't get universal to say Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You can't get people universal across the board to say Tom Brady is the GOAT. So
this is clearly a shot, because Kevin Durant hates LeBron James. I think he loves him off the court as a quasi-friend. I don't know if we'd go so far as to say they're friends, but they're friendly. We can go that far. He hates the fact that so much of the media is so the idolizing of LeBron, the overprotecting of LeBron eats at Kevin Durant.
Well, he couldn't have played with Jordan there, then.
Well, he calls them fanboys, and he's taking shots at the fanboys who leap to LeBron's defense at every junction in his career.
But KD understands that KD has never got the criticism for the shortcomings that LeBron has got. Okay. So clearly, he has fanboys.
All right, but the point is that he grates at the fact that the Shannon Sharps of the world just immediately proclaim LeBron the GOAT, that he's better than Jordan, he's proven it. And Kevin, I will promise you, he gets sick and tired of hearing that. So he knows it will be perceived as a little bit, if not a lot of a shot, for him to say, oh, he's the second or maybe the 3rd best, which brings, I think, magic into the equation.
Let me ask you a question. So you don't think all these other great quarterbacks get tired of hearing Tom Brady's the GOAT? So you don't think Montana, you don't think Peyton Manning, you don't think any Terry Bradshaw, you don't throw everybody. So this is what I don't get about you, is that everybody is so, they love Tom Brady and everything they say about him is the gospel. But the minute somebody else heaps praise on somebody else, that's a slight? How?
Okay, well, Tom Brady has won 7 Super Bowls in 10 tries and should have won 2 more, and everybody knows that.
Skip.
Nobody but you thinks he's not the GOAT.
No, Skip, right? All I'm saying, but you make it seem, but everybody is still not in accordance that Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Well, they're not?
No.
Find me somebody. You?
Skip.
You're on an island on that one.
We've heard people to say Montana because he didn't lose, or they said Peyton Manning because he had to do more than what Brady does. There is nothing universal. Maybe you can get it in hockey with Gretzky because he was so great for such a long time and all the goals he scored and all the assists. But come on, Skip.
I've only heard one human say Tom Brady's not the GOAT. Now, my ears are wide open. It's you. You're the only one.
Skip, there have been people that said LT's the GOAT. There's people that